Greetings and welcome back to Factorio. I'm KatherineOfSky, and this is the third time I have recorded this episode. I hate when I have to do that. It drives me insane. But we are going to persevere. Before we get into things, I want to thank Henry and Tobias. Thank you so very much for the gifts you sent to me via PayPal. I really appreciate it. And the cats do too. All of your support is very much appreciated. Also, thank you to Matthias of Hungary, who also became a patron this past week. Or was it last week? I don't know. This re-recording of episodes drives me nuts. Anyway, in the last episode, we did many things, and I don't even remember because it's been a while. I'm sorry I haven't posted. I've been really ill, and now I have even new problems, but that's okay. We'll just figure it out. All right, we do have the beginnings of oil. We have that all set up to the point we are making bots, which is great. Now, one thing we need to be careful of is that bots use a lot of energy. And if we start doing a lot of construction or movement of materials, that's going to use a lot of energy. Now, I happen to know, because I have played this before and again, that we are very close to the end of our power production. It looks like a lot, but it's not actually a lot. So that's a thing. Now, one thing that we need to do is get this mall fit for purpose. And I know I plopped it down and I didn't really go over what we have going here, but I will talk about that as we do things. And yeah, let's start doing things. Ah, yes, this is also fun. I forgot to do this, but see, I knew it was there because I've done it a couple of times now. This needs to be upgraded. All the chests here are basically for early game. My previous method of not zooming to bots, just basically building everything by hand. But we don't need to do that anymore. Our first upgrade planner is to upgrade all the chests to red ones. So let's do that so the bots can do those things. Now, I don't have power armor yet, which is not great, but that's okay. We'll get it. We'll get to it. Now, can I make red chests? I would love to. I don't have any steel, so I'm going to go and pick some up first. That would be nice to have going. Looks like this place has a shortage of steel, so I'm just going to skip that for now. This place should have a chest. Yeah, there it is. Oh yeah. Let's do this. I'm going to make 25 red chests of the most important materials that we have. Now, did we hook up steel production yet? It looks like we didn't. Okay, because we have an issue with power poles down here, I'm going to, I have some wooden power poles. I guess I can grab a few. I'll just grab those real quick. And we'll go down here and connect up these areas so that we can actually start making some steel, because that's pretty important. It actually is very important that we get these things moved, mobilized, and get them working. Not sure why I didn't connect these before, but that was definitely a mistake. I should have done that so that they could all get materials in. Okay, and down here we do have some issues with a lack of red inserters, and unfortunately I didn't make a whole bunch of them yet. So, but that's okay. We'll just do these, and they all face the same direction, which is kind of fun. But if you don't have any in your hand and you press Q on top of it, it will, oh, well, I have to wait till some are made. Come on. Anyway, if you press Q, it puts the inserter in your hand in the correct direction. So if you don't know what direction they are or how they're facing, just use Q and it'll make your life a lot easier. Okay, let's see. We're going to have to do 5 at a time here. This is steel. Yeah, so we don't need the second steel going yet. Don't actually need that to happen right now. But these are definitely wanted. All right, we do have a lot of iron and copper in our inventory. I just knew they were both the same direction, by the way, because I've built this a few times over my lifetime. Oh, now we're out of yellows. Okay. Because yellows are a component of these. Anyway, that should get going, which is great. So now we have... why are these... Okay... So for some reason, why is this happening here? Ah, yes, we're lacking miners. That would be why that's lacking. All right, well, this is another situation where, let's see, let me cancel these red inserters. Oh, go away, go away. Come on, come on, come on. And I'll make blue ones instead, because blue is what we need for the green circuit array. And we do have plenty of plate on this side, but not enough on this side. So this is an inserter problem, obviously. So hopefully we can get those made here shortly. 1, 2, 3, 4. And these really do need blue inserters. There's a reason that they have blue ones specified. Yeah, so, yeah. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I want some stuffs. I'm going to do this whole row here when I get 5 blue inserters. There we go. 1 in, out, out. And then you can be there. And then we just need 1 more to finish this off. Come on. Just give me more. Give me more. Nay. All right. Well, fine. I'll leave it there. We have some green stuff happening. What I'm going to do is at the output of this, because we want all this stuff, basically we shove everything to the left. So if you run out of a lane of something, we want it shoved to the left-hand side. That's just going to be our convention of building. Okay. So here we're going to shove it to the left. So output priority left. I'll go ahead and pick up some of these because this is actually part of my problem here, is that I'm building green circuits from scratch, which is definitely unideal. So let's just build a couple more of these, and at least we don't have to build circuits for some of them. All right. In and out. All right, do I have any more? I do have some more. Okay, well, that's good. Go there, here. All right, so that's good. Oops. All right, so that's 2 clumps of machines, which is great. It definitely improves our production quite a bit here. But now I would really love to focus on hooking up the mall. Most importantly, hooking up this stuff, okay? Because we need to get these steel chests made. And the reason for those, of course, is to get those red chests so that our bots can be making stuff and sending things along where they need to go. So there's steel coming along this line. Now, when we're talking about the mall, these combinators, these aren't actually there. These are ghosts. But I have a setting enabled here. You go to settings, interface. It's alt mode. Turn all of these on, please. Do them all. Show inserter arrows, pump arrows, machine arrows, combinator settings in alt mode. Very important. So I like to have those on. When there's a situation like this, this is not a mistake. I want this to go on a half a belt because I want the chest to go on the other half a belt. We don't want to mix up stuff here. So we want this to be very specific and very, what do you call it? Deliberate is what we want. Okay, you go there. And these are going to be red chests. All right. So what we want is for red chests to get made. And for those, we do need some red and green circuits. So let's go ahead and add this here. Now, the way I split off the bus for this is half and half a belt. Okay. It doesn't matter which side stuff goes on. What I do is I place a splitter here. And then we don't want it to go on the entire belt. So we put an opposing belt on the other side. And then you place this thing in the middle. Okay. And the next thing is red is going to come from the outside. So we take this. The fastest way is to move this here. And then let's press Control Shift to force place this thing. Now, of course, you have to have bots for this, but it's okay. This will help us when we actually have bots. Now now it's got the ghosts. Hopefully we have some of this in our inventory. Do we have? I didn't make the belt mall yet, so I don't know if they have any. But I can put these in my trash slots, and they should be able to grab from me. No, it looks like they're already on their way. So I'm going to leave those in my inventory because you can see how they're very light blue as opposed to like when something is like this, it's more dark blue. You can see the difference in color there a little bit. Oh, now it turned light blue because the bot he's like, hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm like waving his little body arms in the air. It's very cute. Anyway, okay, so red is meant to go here, but red we know is coming from up there. Okay. So this is where it needs to come. Here. Okay. So what we need to do is actually we can take this out and just do this. Actually, that one has to go one further and do this. So there we go. So red is going to come down here. This is going to be a half a belt. We don't need to put it on the opposing side here because it's automatically going to be a half a belt anyway. So that doesn't matter. So now this means that we should be getting some red chests as soon as we have red circuits. Okay, yeah. We need red circuits. Oh, okay. But we will make those soonish. I'm going to go ahead and place down things that we need imminently, like blue things, blue inserters. We need yellow inserters and red inserters, right? These are the most important items that we need. Those all need to go into boxes. Now these are asking for, we need some iron on a half a belt here, as you see, like that. And then this is also an easy one, iron here. And then this is going to be some coal steel. All right, yay. Let's get this steel there. Oops, that goes here, here, and there. Okay, boom. Again, the control shift, the force place, puts automatic undergroundies around that, so it makes it a lot easier for people, for all of us. All right, you can go there. Whoopsies. Hello? Wait, what's going on with my mouse? My mouse resets to like the lowest DPI. I don't get that, man. I always like high DPI on my mouse because I like to play fast. But yeah, anyway. Okay, let's put you here. And we need to get this stuff going because I really want to... Whoops. No. I was standing on it. Really want to get this stuff moving along because we really need to get some power stuff sorted immediately. So let's see. There's no stone coming along this line. That would make sense since it's actually not connected. Stone is here. Okay, and I wanted to just take it down this way. Okay, and then you can go this way. There we go. So stone is going to go that way. Now, stone brick, we need a little bit above this line, like right here. So let's see. Let's put that here. Oh, God. All right. Oh, we need more. Help. What I'm going to do is I do want to get my logistics requests going. And yeah, I'll just stand in the golden zone or orange zone. I never know what color it is. It's very orange, but it could also be described sort of as golden, I suppose. Okay, then you go there. All right, and then we go here. All right, and then... Let's see, can I walk in the golden zone? Not really. We have a little bit of a gap. But it doesn't really matter. We can use this and just go down here. Take this here. So that we get our stone bricks into the mall. Now, one reason I haven't done a build of a mall from zero is just because there's a lot here. I would recommend to you that you do it from zero, honestly. If you want to use mine, that's fine. It does have like everything, but learning to do it yourself gives you a bigger understanding of the game, a greater understanding. So for example, I usually start with gears on a belt into these, the inserters. They go in a very specific order because of how they use each other as precursor products. And then you can just add, you know, assemblers and miners onto the same thing, and then you can have a you know, thing for power poles and such. This has taken so many years to construct. This is not this big thing is not something you do in half an hour. And I feel like, you know, trying to build that from scratch is a lot for a YouTube series, but please do explore it on your own. I think it is very valuable to learn how to do it, just in general. Okay, so now, wow, this is a weird way of doing things. I think I expected it to go the other way. Anyway, so I think the next thing I would like to do is set up some more steam engines, because we are going to be out of power soon. I know it doesn't look like it, but I promise you it will happen, because I have seen it happen. All right, let's go here. I had a few people meowing at me for the way I did this. I could have just put a filter on here, but I wanted to show people different ways of doing things. And I think that's more, you know, useful than, oh yeah, doing it the same way every single time. Okay, so here we go. Let's just do this. And then I'm just going to copy this entire thingy-majingy here. There we go. Yep, the entire thing. Oh, I didn't grab the under bits. I'm not going to grab the radar. We don't need that. Okay. Let's see. I'm just going to flip it or press H. Is that the way? Yep. So the, okay, let's just move this up. There we go. Okay. And then, of course, we're going to need to connect the roboports up here and also power. So let's see where our roboportage ends. Okay, right there. Wow, we are quite far off then. Quite far off. Let's see, this goes, let's do that there. Okay. Oh, I think I may have all the roboports. All right, I'm not going to expect them to place that one. Okay, there we go. There's that one. And, oh, I forgot to do a thing as well. I updated my blueprint to be easier for hand placement of stuff with the pipes and stuff. So we're just going to delete some of this oil area when we replace it. But normally we would be able to just slot it right on top. Okay, so this is going to work. Maybe. Some of it's going to work. Okay, we need another one in height. So that's just fine. Did we connect? I don't know what we connected. Oh, we should have finished them all. What am I doing? Oh, I was worried. That's why I didn't connect it. That's why. Okay. All right. And some of these inserters are going to be the, let's see, how many are needed? 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. I'll go ahead and make 3 of these, because you really don't need very many of them. And the rest can just come from the factory. Now, oh, look at our lake water is turning a lovely shade of polluted green. Look at this, though. Isn't this beautiful? Like, this, like, shading. It's blue on this side and green on this side. What? I would buy that gemstone if they had it, man. This is like chrysocolla. I swear. It's really beautiful. Anyway, all right, so let me grab my thingy. Oh, also, the hardest item to find is this, not that. Aha, this one. Offshore pumps. I can never find those damn things. So anytime I get one, I always pin it in place. Usually it's by this point, but yeah, we didn't do that then. So we're going to pin it down there, and it makes a little blue square around it so we can find it better. So there we go. And you can go here. There, and then we have water. Yay. Okay, so now this is going to happen. We're going to get a lot of stuff there, power poles, all this other kind of stuff. I don't know if we actually have any power poles in a red chest, so I'm going to put some back into the chest that we pilfered from earlier. Let's go there and do that. Yes. Let's give them some, because I think, yeah, we can just use regular power poles from now on. I think we're good with that. Yeah. Now if we wanted to, we could upgrade a little bit of production here, but I don't think we need to. I think we're actually more focused now on making our own stuff, as in on the bus, properly laid out and all this, because right now we have a lot of production that's going into dead end areas, and that's not great. All right, let's see what we want to get here. Let's get quality modules. Those are pretty useful to have. We have some blue science, right? So having these are great for solar panel farms, solar farms. No, you don't farm the panels. Well, you might actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Oh my goodness. Okay, processing units. We need also. Oh gosh, we haven't even done these yet. Can we drag these? Thank you, devs. Love this. I love the draggy bits. Draggy bits are great. Okay, and then worker robot speed is always wanted for sure. Why isn't this done? Oh, how did that happen? That's weird. Okay, well, anyway, let's finish hooking up the mall to all of the things that we need. Or, well, some of them at least. All right, so you go there. Oopsies, excuse me. And then we need batteries. Now, batteries, we technically have batteries already made, but they're in a very small amount. Okay, so this is where we need these. This is the lowest area of this that we're going to need. So we can just freely... Oops, there we go. We can just freely... We don't need a splitter. We can just take it as it is. Now, we got to an issue of not having the... Oh, brain fell out. Not having something hooked up, and I don't remember what it was. We don't have the batteries hooked up, and we don't have red circuits hooked up. We can hook up batteries. I think that might actually be a good idea. So if we do this and take batteries out through here, let's go down a tiny tick here. Yeah, there we go. This can actually be this. Yeah, that's one. Okay. If we take this across and then connect with this. Oh, no. Nay. Just get rid of this. Force place. Okay, how's this going? All right, this is going fine now. All right, so that doing it from the air gives you a really good way to line it up properly, the way you want it. And this is actually going to be our battery production facility right over here. Oh, look at this. We have a whole bunch of these being crafted. Why are we not getting those, though? Huh? What is missing? Hello? We're missing pipes. Oh, mistake in the blueprint. I'll fix that. Don't worry. I'll get it fixed. Okay, now we have those being made, and so then our power production ability is going to go up. Now, this is a problem here. I don't know why that hasn't been done. Oh, no, we just did that. Okay, never mind. Okay, now the next thing I want to do is place down our other mall, our belt mall, the belt array, very important structure in the game. I usually do that before the regular mall, but somehow I forgot. So yeah, that's why it didn't get done. Anyway, this just needs a power connection here somewhere. And then we can do these. Now the reason I put this up is very specific. Come on, dude. No, stop it. What? Seriously? God, I didn't even see that there. I thought it was a bush. All right, and this is red-green. The reason I put that one up is so that we could have a continuous red-green situation here, because these only crossed 4, and if we had to cross the splitter, it would have been too big. So, now, red is here, remember? If you don't remember, you can always check. But yeah, we just did this, so we should remember. Okay, now we don't need to worry about the liquid connection here yet, because that's going to be for far later land. So don't worry about that. Let's get that going. Let's get this going and this. Just because I think they don't have access to a lot of undergroundies right now. We are still lacking those, which means we really need to make some red circuits. So we have this done. Usually I like to make the science after this. I might do red circuits though, because I'm feeling like that could be more valuable to have at the moment right here. So let's do red circuits. Now red circuits comes in 2 blueprints. There's the first one, and then there's the additional ploppable thingy, repeatable one. So let's start here. Oops, thank you, autosave. Oh, I forgot. You should always press shift when you place these things down. But I didn't, and that always gets me. All right, so let's turn this. There we go. So shift, and then I'm pressing A to walk, and I'm holding down the mouse button. So we just get this long repeatable design here. All right, that should be enough for now. I know that looks big and scary, but trust me, you will need it. You actually will need it. So let's get that up there. I'm gonna walk there, place this down, and that will be covered by that power pole, so I'm not gonna worry about that. So anyway, this is gonna get built, but we do need to hook it up to stuff. So here's our copper coming in this belt here. Can just do this for now. Oh, I ran out of undergroundies. Oh no. Oh no. I need undergroundies. Help. Can I have? Has? Hello. So how many are on their way? 8. That is not great. I can try to make some maybe. That should be good. I just want to have some so that I can build properly and just be able to make these connections here, because the sooner we get this stuff started, the better off we're going to be. So this needs plenty of that. And then we're going to go here. Actually, just go through it. These can just be max distance so we don't waste belts. And then what we want to do here is, because half of this belt is going to go this way, we're going to put in another splitter and shift things to the left. Okay, output priority left. So they're going to all shift here, and we'll see that effect soon. So I guess we don't need these right now. But this is where we're going to get the red belt, stuff coming in. Now, this thing has got to go 2 directions, though. So we're going to put a splitter. So we're going to have half going up and half going down to service the mall, which needed those red circuits, and also the belt mall as well. So I really wanted to get to science today. I'm not sure if we're actually going to be able to do... Yeah, well, there's tons of time for science. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Right, so the mall is working quite nicely. We are actually getting some solar panels. This is pretty great. Yeah, it's working really well. Really, really well. And how much of these are working? Looks like this might be out of a range of a RoboPort. Yes, it is. Okay. So let's put this maybe down here somewhere. And then I will just add power poles there. Yeah, things are working well. Things are working real well. All right, we are actually doing really well on our production of energy. You can see how much we went up in production there. That's very nice, very good. And soon we will be getting solar working. As soon as we get red circuits being made, that's really important. Looks like we did not connect these guys yet, so this is needed. Yes, and you go there. I'm going to go down and check. Oh, are these? I wonder if these are the wrong machines. They might be. Pretty sure those are yeah, they're gray machines. So I'm upgrading them right now to be blue. Oh, those are already blue. Okay. So there we go. I mean, these blueprints are intended to use right from the start of the game, so that's why they are gray. But yeah, upgrading them is always what you want to do. So you need, yeah, we need power poles. Why did I not put red chests there? Those are super important to have. Okay, you're doing good. All right. I should say, well, you're doing well. Right, so now these other things we can get running as well. Like, yeah, those. And we're gonna need labs soon too. Oh yeah, underflowies definitely needed. Those we don't have access to. Radars are good, and lamps. Oh yes, and of course, Roboports. All right, I'm just going to put these here. I don't know why am I not hesitating, but like, I'm just trying to be like, okay, only use them for very special items. Yeah, but you need stuff. Now, engines are also important to start making ahead of time. The rest of this stuff is, well, chests are needed. And maybe, yeah, repair kits just in case. In case a biter walks our way. We actually have no defenses right now, but that's okay. Because we only have 2 tiny choke points. I think there's one here and one here, if I remember correctly. I believe the rest of this is all, like, surrounded by sea. So we are in no danger right now. I like having giant start areas on islands, don't you? Love it. Okay. Oh, this actually needs to be a splitter. Why did I not splitter that? Okay. All right. So now the next items we're going to need is we need to hook up some plastic here as well as green circuits. Now we do have the green circuits available, but plastic is a no-go. So this is, yeah, we do need to get that plastic from the world. And the world is over on the right. That's where we have our, well, actually, we'll do this. This seems okay. Where we have our oil refinery and all of that production. So let's get this moved here. Okay. All right. And then plastic. This is the first incident. Or is it? Do we need plastic down here? I don't think so. I don't think the mall needs plastic. The only thing we're missing is concrete. I don't know if we have concrete yet. No, we don't. That could be another research that we do sort of next. Okay, so now this plastic line here, we're going to take this. We're just going to go in a similar way from batteries here. No. Excuse me. Okay, shift click. All right, so plastic is coming from here. So I'm just going to walk over there and connect it. That's the best way to do this. I don't have belts. That's not great. Also, I need more chests. Oy. Okay, let me grab some steel and then I'll make more chests. Okay. There we go. There we go. Nice. Now these are a specific like type of chest and based on, oh yeah, you want to make these buffer chests and these are going to be regular chests. But the thing about that is that, oh wait, I don't actually need to make those. The thing about it is that you know, that's very far in the future and we're just going to make them red chests and we'll change them into proper buffer chests later. Now, one thing that I haven't showed you yet is that some of these chests are connected with cables. So, for example, this chest, this can be just whatever. It doesn't matter. We're reading the contents. That's an important check mark. Now, this guy is set to, okay, if undergrounds are less than 50, then we enable this inserter. I don't know why it says enable disable, because it should be enable condition, not enable disable, because that makes it sound like, oh yes, we're enabling and disabling at 50. No. So you're enabling it until it reaches this number, right? So if it's less than 50, then we're enabling it. So this thing is going to store 50 only. It's not going to fill up the whole chest because we don't want to have a sale at the mall where you got to get rid of stuff at cheap prices. No. Now this one is special because we're going to say, well, if greater than 25, then make red ones, right? So we're going to have a minimum of 25 in this chest. That's why there's no more that are happening. So this number has to be, sometimes you can't have this number over. You can't say if it's greater than 75 because this one says, well, we're not making till 75. We're only making till 50, bud. So anyway, keep those numbers in mind. And the reason I'm not using this is if I wanted to just shift click this into here, I can't do any more than that. I would have to drag it. Okay. And that's annoying in many cases, right? It's annoying to drag stuff. So I like sometimes if I dump a bunch of belts for recycling myself, and that's applicable mostly when you don't have bots very early in your game. So Anyway, something to keep track of, something to think about. Why did this not get done either? I swear I dragged it over the whole of them. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's okay. So I want belts. I still didn't get my belts. Help. Now, are these... Oh, okay. We have new problems. So we want to make a roboport there to make sure all the boxes are within range of a roboport. There we go. So we can grab from all of them. I'm going to grab all of them. There's 48. Well, that's not a lot. All right. So now they're doing stuff though. I'm going to... Oh, I already have a request for these. That's good. I'm going to put those down there for now. Red undergrounds have a longer range than yellow. So yellow can stretch 4 tiles. Again, the green indicates maximum. And then red stretch 6 tiles. So that's very convenient, like where we had this situation over wherever it was. Oh, yes, down here where I made this kink. What I could have done now is I could do... This is just for example. This is not necessary in any way. So we replace this one with that. Longer reach. I'm going to leave it for now. There's no reason to remove it and waste time by changing it yet again. Okay, let's get these guys. But more importantly, we need to go over to oil and start getting that place rearranged. These guys are going to make belts as fast as they can. But yeah, it's a bit slow at the moment. Ah, yes, because... Wait, why? Why is this? Why are we not getting more than 1 string of iron? That's another good question. Why is that? We definitely need 2 belts of iron. Okay, there isn't any coming in here. All right, well, one thing that I think would be nice is to reroute this iron from the other side of the base, because we really aren't using much except for putting into... we are making science still, but that's going to change quite rapidly. So I think what I'm going to do is... Oh, God. Oh, I forgot you can't walk through miners. That's one thing I don't understand. Like, that wouldn't even happen in real life, really. You know? Like, that's not even a thing. So, what I would like to do is... I'm going to do something here. We can do this. Just in case we need it. We're going to do that, and then we're going to do this. We're going to make this. We're just changing the direction of the belt here. You can hear it ticking. All right, there we go. And we're going to put it in here. You want to give me stuff? I'll take it. I'll take it. All right. Okay, they're going to give me stuff. Good, good, good. Come on. Gimme. Okay, I don't need it given. If you're going to put it out there, that's fine. Excellent. Oh, this is my combinator. All right, cool. The rest of these... Oh, I can take this wood. I'm going to take the wood and drop it into the power pole maker. Okay. Here, take all this stuff. There you go. Okay, we are having no coal. Now, this is not great. This means that we are at capacity for coal. Ah, yes, and we also need to make sure this is priority to the left to make sure that the power plants get all the coal they need. Okay, we are short there as well. Let's make sure that we can... Sure. Do that. Yeah, that's fine. All right, you go here. All right, that'll be fine. Hopefully the bots can get that done while we make more mining for coal, because that's definitely needed. Okay. All right, cool. Now then, we have a complicated situation over here where looks like none of this is going through here, which is not great. We need to make sure that this is completely full as well. Let's go there. And it looks quite full, actually. What I can do is something like this. Dude. Okay, there we go. So that'll go through there. Alternatively, and maybe even additionally, I think I'm going to take this and I'm going to put this, this coal directly here. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do an input priority from this side, which is the right side. There we go. So make sure it takes from here and then it can use from there. Now here we have a complicated little problem. Man, I really would love to show you this with animation, but I have no belts. Meow. All right, let me just make some belts real quick and I'll show you. We need to balance this because as you see, all the miners are on one side of the belt and that's not great. So what we do is we place a divider. This is going to divide the coal onto two lines. And what we want to do is make a little bit of a squiggly so that it puts one on each side of the line. Now there are two versions of this. You can do this as well. You can do like, if you're turning a corner, you can do this like P-shaped one. Like, you see how it's a P? And this is a squirgly one. I don't know what the name for that would be. But in a case where it's so lopsided, it's always good to lane balance. This is called lane balancing, not belt balancing. Belt balancing is not showable really right now because we don't have any balancing happening. But it's typically what you do off of trains so that, you know, you use up all the cars in the train. Yeah, that's needed. Okay, so things are not really happening very well here. It does look... Do we have any red belt happening? We do. We have some, not a lot. So I'm going to be very, very precise and careful here with upgrading specific bits here to red belt and red pieces. Okay, let's do this. So all of this is going to carry more coal than a yellow belt. It's going to be twice as much. So if we look at transport belt, does it give us the numbers here? Yeah, this is 30 items a second. This is 15 items a second. So if we do it up to this point, then hopefully these areas will get a little bit more coal. All right. So do we do oil or science? I think we should do science and then do coal, then do oil, maybe in the next episode. We have just the littlest amount of time to do science, and I'm not going to plop down a blueprint. I'm going to build science for you because this is how I want you to learn how to make assemblies. All right. Now I have blueprints in my book, but again, don't use them. Just play the game. You don't want me to play the darn game for you. Come on. Just play it yourself and enjoy the creation. Because once you start using blueprints, you inevitably get into a very specific style of whoever's blueprints you use, right? So it's a good thing to do stuff yourself. Now, I'm going to align this with these machines. I kind of like to have things in a little bit of alignment. Always want to leave a little bit of space. Now, we're going to have an input belt here, okay? And then an output belt there. Now we're going to make red and green science, and I'm going to show you on the internet how you can make things easy for yourself. Now there's two ways of doing things, right? There's a way of seeing in game, like how much stuff is producing. Like you can look at the individual machines, and this does 0.12 per second thingies, but it requires a quarter of a plastic bar, half a copper coil, and a quarter of a green circuit. So basically, per second, you'd need 4 of those, or 4 machines to use up 1 per second, right? I think that's a weird number, though. Oh no, it's the this thing. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So that's how you can kind of tell. So I'll see what I've not done it quite that way. I always looked at the numbers in terms of, okay, if I have a gear machine, how many things can this feed, right? If I have 1 gear machine, how many can it feed in a second, right? So, you know, that kind of thing, you know, in terms of like, you know, science. So this thing takes 5 seconds to craft, right? And these are 1 in half a second. So in a second, it makes 2. So in 5 seconds, we can make 10. So that means we need 10 of these red science maker machines to 1 gear machine. That's how I started off my first ratios. Okay, so I just realized that my recording was paused, so I have no idea where I ended up with. But yeah, I was gonna get the calculator out, which is here. Now this thing window will pop up for 30 seconds, and I have to keep pressing the button because it'll pop off because I'm very bad, and you might end up with a whole episode of just this thing on the screen. So that's not good. Anyway, so we start off with not this. Anyway, go to settings. This is the kirkmcdonald.github.io calculator. I always use it, used it for years. Really great resource to have. So what this is, it basically lets you calculate what resources you need based on what you have. So we're using recipe set vanilla 2.0. I like items per second. Belts yellow, and I also use gray assembling machines because I like to have a base level, and then as I go through the game I do upgrade, but I want all my sciences to be at the same rate, so I always put them at the gray assembling machine level, and then I just upgrade everything. And then the other bits don't matter for the moment. So then we go to our factory. We do choose our recipe up here, and since I've done this now for the second time, we already have the red science chosen. And I want 1 item per second. And as you see, we need 10 buildings, as I think I mentioned. Maybe, did I mention it? I don't know. And then we need 1 gear maker machine. So, yeah, let's get back to our game and we will place these down. Now, I made a whole bunch of... Or I didn't make a whole bunch because I reloaded the save, didn't I? All right, let me go and make... I'll just make the gray machines for you. All right. I need 11. There's 9. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so I know this goes here, and I know that goes there. And I know that's going to go up there. Okay, so we'll leave that there for now. Right. So I was going to place these down. We need 3 to start off the build here. Now the first one is going to be making gears. All right, and that's going to place them on the belt here. And then the others are going to be making science. Actually, that's not right at all. With this is fine. Science. So to copy the recipe between assemblers, it's shift right click and shift right click to copy, shift left click to paste. And you can even walk and just drag your mouse over a whole bunch of them. Now this guy is going to need some iron to make these gears. So here we go. All right. And obviously we do want this fast inserter here because they are made at a very, very fast pace. And then, but you know, I think this thing is not backing up really. So I think the yellow inserter is more than fast enough to output them. And these guys can also have yellow inserters. Yellow inserters take less power and they are also much cheaper to build. So that's why I use yellows if possible. Now we also need the copper plate. So we're going to put this, make sure it's on one side of the belt, on the correct side of the belt. So notice this puts on the far side of the belt. Inserters always place it on the far side of the belt. So then we have our copper coming in on the near side. Now, if we look at these guys, we see that these are made 1 per second. Okay. And these guys, they use gears at 0.1 per second. So if you can do any math at all, you see that, yeah, we need 1 to 10. So our calculations from the Kirk McDonald were correct. My calculations that I said beforehand were also correct. And now we want to make a blueprint for this. And that's what I've done here by making a square section that incorporates all the belts and everything in a particular section to be a blueprint. So press Control C to go into copy mode and then drag over the area, and then you have your chunk. So we need 10, so that's 4, 6, 8, 10. And you see them lighting up as the bots are like, hey, we got new stuff to build. Okay, and we already have red science. This is great. Now on the other side, I want to make green science because I always do kind of like opposing sides for these. What I'm going to do is I'm going to press Control V. So we have this, and I'm going to turn it around. Just press rotate on that. And we're going to start here, and I'm only going to press Shift, not Control, not force place, so that we can get these guys coming in. All right, and then we're going to change the recipes on these to be green. Copy paste. All right, and also these guys, I'm going to upgrade these dudes. Yeah, there we go. We're not going to start with gray. We're going to use blue. Here we go. Okay, so now green science is a little bit more complicated, as we know from our starter base. We have transport belts and inserters made. So let's go over back to the calculator. And here, instead of red, we can choose green. Okay, there we go. So we need 12 buildings of green, 1 building of yellow inserters, and we need 1.5 buildings of gear makers. Now, you can't make 1.5 buildings. Oh, and half a building of belts, by the way. So we're going to round those up to the nearest whole number. So we need 1 belt maker and 2 gear makers. And the way you do this in practice is to, well, let's do this first. Well, this is a thing that I like to do, is just turn the belt around so we have enough space to make stuff. And let's see, we need to have 1 thingy, 1 gear maker, belt maker, ghost area, this area. So I make these ghosts because it's 3 spaces. This is 3 tiles. So that way we can just do this. Sorry, bots. All your hard work now destroyed. And these make so fast, we're just going to put in a fast inserter to go there. But again, let's make belts here. And I happen to know these recipes by heart. That's why I can just do them so fast. Don't worry if you don't know them. You haven't done this before, likely. So, all right, we do this. We put our thingy there. And then we also need another maker. So I'm going to copy this, paste, okay. And that's looking very good. So we have both of these, and each of these is going to go on the opposite side of the belt. And then we need input belts, okay. So we're going to need 2 input belts because we need 3 different items. So let's look what those are. We need gears, we need iron, and then here we're going to need circuits. So I can make that shorter and just add here. This will be our circuit belt going to our bus. And then these guys, since they also need iron, I'm going to put iron on a half a belt, and then oh, actually, I don't need to. So these gears are automatically feeding, so we can have... Actually, maybe we just need 1 belt then. Okay, that makes it easier. Sometimes I do it where the gears are on the belt. That's why I messed that up slightly. So you go here, and you're going to need iron, so you can go there. So we just need half a belt of iron and a half a belt of green circuits. Now, we want to also kind of move this... get more belts for our money with the bots, and I want them to basically like, oh whoops, this is wrong. Reds need to change direction. There we go. You go there. Okay. And then let's see, get the steel going. This goes there. Okay, it's looking good. Let's get back here, and we're able to make this work. Okay. So this is iron. This is going to be green circuits right here because we already know, because we keep things very... Again, shift or control shift to make that lovely 1-step process instead of several step as it used to be. And... let's get these power poles in here. So that should get going very shortly. And we said 12 of these, so we need to get those moved on as well. And then, of course, I messed up my little blueprint. Look what I did. See, I don't have enough belt on there, but it won't be too bad. We can take another blueprint here. So that's 2, 4, 6. So effectively, we just need one more section to have 12. And then correct this belt issue here. But you want to make sure that you have as much stuff as you possibly can in your blueprints to be correct, because repeating the same mistake by copying it over and over and over is not great. Just like FYI, it's not great. Anyway, so this is gonna get done. Hooray. Now we have our lovely thingies. Why is this not working? Hello? Oh, I forgot to feed the forgot to feed the gear machines. Gear machines going hungry. They ain't happy about that. Okay, there we go. We got belts happening. This is great. Where is our nearest roboport? Yeah, there we go. We want to make sure that we have coverage, so I'll put one here. And that way I'm also in the zone to receive some belts. Please give me stuff. I can also put other ores and other random junk in there because I don't need it. How the heck did I get so much? Oh, yeah, I did this in the previous version where I paused the recording. I had to pause the recording so that I could get the correct website up on OBS. So it wasn't anything exciting that you missed, except for the part where I did this entire part. Anyway, so all this is going. We are full on red science, and now we have blue. And so this is how to make an assembly. This is the way to do it, and you can craft any assembly in any way you want. There's so many ways of doing this. This is just what I've found to be most efficient in Catherine land, basically. Oh, hold on. Oh, new problems. Look what I did here. That's not good. This is supposed to be iron on this belt here. Oh well, more to feed to the thing, I guess. Now, how is our iron here? We have tons of iron, except for... Oh boy, that's not great. Yeah, that would make a difference. Also, this goes there, and output left. Got to refill that belt. I don't know how that happened, but yeah, good we caught it, because otherwise this is not going to get much stuff. So now we have our first science actually made in our base as opposed to the starter bases. Now the goal here is to get all of this recreated on this bus area so that we can tear down the starter bases and reroute the ore into the bus. And we're going to expand oil. I think we'll probably do that the first thing in the next episode so that we can hook up oil to all of the special bits and pieces. So anyway, that is all the time we have for today. So thank you so very much for joining me. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you next time.